gonna go through a much more personal, fun type of video today. And I'm gonna do like a little story time here, and I'm gonna speak about my experience with injury and how I overcame this knee injury, which I'm just crawling out of now. I'm basically at the end of it, at the end of rehab and all of that sort of shit. So, yeah, I'm gonna explain how I had like the mindset kind of I'm to get through that. But we can't do that without a story, of course. So, at the start of this year, well, not really the start of this year, this was back in 2017. I'm a young little Aussie guy, little Aussie boy, and I did like these things called Sea Scouts. and it was all like fun and stuff. We'd go camping in the bush and stuff, and we'd go sailing and canoeing and stuff. We were doing more canoeing. We didn't really do much sailing because we are super young and not like old enough to sail a boat. I did sail a few times though, and it was good fun. But this one time, they took us ice skating as just like this little fun group thing to do. So we went ice skating, and at the end of the ice skating session, as we were getting off and we were getting ready to leave, they had ice hockey training on. And my brother, he just asked my dad, he's like, hey, can we just watch this? I want to see what this is all about. So we stayed back and watched it and made the decision. It's like, oh, I want to try this out. And ever since then, we've just been playing this sport, ice hockey, in Australia, which is very damn uncommon. There's a very rare breed of people in this country who play this sport, but it's a good one. So when I started playing this sport, I immediately fell in love with it. It was like my driver to get out of bed every single morning, and it was just awesome. I would train so often because usually for sports like that, most of the great players and the guys who actually find success start at a very young age, from like they're fucking toddlers or like 5, 6, 7 years old. And they start when they're really, really young. So by the time they're at like the age that I am, they're really, really good. And for me, I was a late starter. So I started fairly late, and I had a lot of catch up to do. So that's exactly what I did. Been training relentlessly for the past 3 years, multiple times a week, like 5, 6, even 7 times a week. And I just haven't taken a single break. And I can't lie, I've enjoyed every single second of it. Until the knee problem came in. And to prove that I'm not just bullshitting, this is a picture of me at the start of the year. We did like a tournament that was just outside of the city. This is also me. It's a low quality picture after I scored like this game-winning goal on a really big game. And I can find the pictures. Here's a video here of when I first started back in 2018. Simply glorious. So I've done a lot since then, and I've gotten pretty good at the game, and it's just so much fun. It's like every single time I dive into this sport, I'm just in a complete flow state. There's no thoughts in my mind, and I could effectively say it's like my life. Even though there's no chance of going pro in Australia, we don't even have like a league that's pro. The highest is semi-professional. So it doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm not intending to make money off of it. And it's awesome. But then this knee injury happens. I've been training so hard on the ice and all of these things, and what I haven't been doing was the proper strength training. Like, deadlifts and just the stuff you normally do in the gym when you train your legs. So over time, around September last year, 2024, I was starting to feel like my knees, they were getting a little bit uncomfortable. They started clicking a lot and like pretty loud sometimes. And then just throughout October and November, it got pretty bad. And then on like December the 1st, I realized I had to take a break. And I spoke to my physiotherapist and stuff, and he's like, yeah, man, you're done. You got to do like strength training and shit, and you have to take like a good long break. And I've stepped on the ice. Like the last time I stepped on the ice since I'd taken the break was about last week. And yeah, I feel good. I'm not perfect yet, but I'm almost back into the game, and I'm more excited than ever to start getting back on the grind and just pursuing the sport again. And throughout my lifetime, I've seen so many people, doesn't matter what sport they play or what they're doing, but they get injuries and they're out from what they're doing for like a month or even a few months, maybe even a year. And I've just seen people completely fold under this. Like some people get injured and they just fall off, like they're done. And it kind of hurt me to see. I was like thinking to myself, like, if I ever get injured or something ever happens, I'm not gonna be like that. I'm not gonna. Fucking planes. They fly right over our house. It's so annoying. I was telling myself that I'm not gonna crumble under not doing my sport. I'm not gonna fucking, fall off and like effectively quit. I didn't want to be one of those guys. So then when this injury came, I was like, okay, this is now my time to shine. Time to show that I can persevere. And I didn't realize how fucking hard it was. Whatever it is in your life, if you have something that you're deeply connected to, something that you love, and then all of a sudden it's like stripped away from you and you just can't do it at all for like a few months, it's hard. I really understand how hard it is now. Not being able to go and do the thing you love is one of the toughest things that we could ever like have to deal with. So yeah, and then now I've done the strength training. I've done lots and lots of stretching, and I'm gonna take warm-ups and cool downs a lot more seriously now. And I'm 1 week off of playing my first game. There's a game tonight that my brother's going to play in, but unfortunately for myself, I have to sit out for this one. My physiotherapist said, he's like, no, man, you're not playing, not yet. All right, he said next week. So in 1 week's time, I'll be able to get back on and finally play my game for the first time in like a month and a half. And I'm ready to light up these goddamn leagues, man. I'm ready for that shit. Yeah. So what exactly did I learn from this whole experience? What did I learn from, having some fucking knee injury and now coming back from it? I learned that, in life, like shit happens, no matter what it is with your career, with your education, with the sport that you love doing, we're gonna have like stuff thrown at us, things that happen just unexpectedly out of the blue. And it's gonna throw us off our game. It's gonna make us go like, oh, what the fuck? Okay, now I have to take some sort of break, and that's really fucking annoying. But whenever life throws shit at us, we have to sort of learn to just like fucking deal with it and move on. When things happen, I find it's best to just not constantly keep our mind fixated on the problem at hand. Like, let's say, like with my injury, I wasn't so focused on the fact that I'm injured and I'm not going to be able to get on the ice for like a month and a half. I was more focused on just visualizing the moment that I do get back. Visualize the moment that I'm able to return and I'm able to find success and be stronger than ever. So whenever something happens that just completely fucks you up, try not to think about the bad. Try to Not even my dog likes the planes. I don't know if the microphone caught that up or any of that shit, but he fucking hates them. When life, well, I was saying, when life throws shit at us, we gotta like sort of not think about the shitty things about it. We have to think about anything good that we can. Visualize the moment that you're back into it. Visualize yourself doing it, like, you know, and enjoying it and living your life to your happiest and most full potential. You know, whatever the fuck it throws at us. I feel like it's just, you don't want to keep thinking about the things that piss you off and the things that make you sad and make you annoyed, like those fucking planes. You don't want to think about all of these bad things, because it's kind of like when you think about the bad things, for me at least, what I found, it just draws more bad things to you. It just draws more problems, more anger, more irritation. But when we think about things that make us happy and joyful, and we visualize ourselves succeeding in these things, it's as if it just pulls those great things towards us. So I find myself a lot during this time period just trying to visualize myself being happy and visualize myself playing this sport. And now I'm at the end of my I'm at like the end of the rehab, and I'm ready to get back and start doing what I love again. Start fulfilling what I believe is to be my purpose, or at least my current layer of it. And yeah, I'm feeling happier than ever. But another important thing about this story is this whole thing wasn't full of, you know, ups. I wasn't like constantly feeling, oh yes, I'm very happy, I'm so excited to be back. There has been so many down moments and rough patches during this time. Once I've had this thing that I used to always do every single evening, every single day, live it and breathe it, I had a direction, I had a purpose, I had a complete vision in my mind to get up out of bed every single day and do the things, and then in the evening I get to step on the ice and go and play, or in the mornings. But ever since it's been taken away from me, I've just been completely fucking lost. Like, I could not be able to count the amount of hours that I've probably spent just doing nothing, being completely lost and feeling empty on the inside. I've spent so much more time on technology just trying to pass the time and doing all of these things, and it's really fucking tough. You know, when you have something so valuable to you that's sort of taken away like that, you're just lost. Like, that's at least how I've been. Completely lost, confused, and I just don't know what the fuck to do. And I've realized, you know, so many people struggle with this. This happens to thousands, millions of people. Everyone has these times. We all have periods in our life where we're just empty on the inside. And I feel that things that we could do that could sort of help us not feel so empty, as things like going outside and spending, you know, more time with your family, and, you know, learning new things, getting creative, making new things, going outside, doing adventures, you know, doing habits like meditation and gratitude, to be grateful for what you have and to clear your mind of all of these negative thoughts that can seep in when you're just sitting around doing absolutely nothing, empty and in like the void. And I found all of those things have been a great help to me. They haven't quite launched me over the bar. I have still spent so many hours just sitting in complete confusion, but I've lived. And throughout all of this stuff, all of the ups have an end and all of the downs have an end. And without your bad times, you can't have good times. You know, if our life was constantly of really good things, really great things, we wouldn't necessarily have any joy from it. It would just be the standard. And if we all had all of these great things in our life, it feels like it would just lose its meaning. So embrace the bad times, embrace the shitty moments, embrace the things that happen to us, and embrace those fucking planes that fly over your fucking house. That's the third fucking time in 15 minutes. That's actually absurd. Fuck this shit. Why aren't they making fucking noise cancelling walls, man? Fuck. With no noise cancelling walls for these damn planes, but that fucking pisses me off. Oh god. So embrace the hard times and just keep yourself in a happy mood as often as you can. It's normal to have these shitty moments where we're feeling bad and lost, but there's things that we can do to help it, like, you know, not doing so many bad habits and trying to do more things that support our mental health and all of that jazz. And just keeping our minds focused on as many good things as possible, whether you genuinely have good things in your life. We all do. You just have to think deep and you'll find it. Or you're just pretending that you have good things. You're closing your eyes and visualizing yourself living the life that you want to live and putting yourself in that happiness frequency. When we embrace the shitty moments and we do the things to help our mental health, those times in our life when we are living the good life just makes it that much better. I hope you enjoyed this video, this little sort of like story video. I thought I'd do something different. I'd be very surprised if you even made it this long in the video, because like there's a fat fucking chance that I'm actually even going to edit this thing. So yeah, this video is going to be unedited. If you made it this far, that's fucking insane. So please subscribe to the channel, like the video, do whatever, share it to someone who you think could benefit from this message, and I'll see you on the next one. Farewell. Hope you enjoyed this more like vloggy story sort of personal type video. I am thinking of doing, I literally just said that, didn't I? Yeah, but I hope you like this sort of style, because I do want to do more of these and sort of stray away from like the type of guy who just sits down and like plonks out fucking information. I want to get like more of like a vlogging thing, so I can like share lessons as I fucking live my life, go on adventures, and you know, capture that shit on camera, because I feel like that's just so much better than all that other stuff, because it's just like weird and it's like sort of a fucking goofy image. So I still want to share like the wisdom and the things that I've learned through like reading books and my own experience, but I just want to package it differently in a much more human, sort of more pleasant kind of way. So yeah, I'll close this video before a fucking plane flies over again. I can already hear it coming.